A Thunderbolt 5 docking station is a perfect way to expand the capacity and to provide power to your MacBook or to your Windows PC or laptop. This is the Wavlink Thunderbolt 5 docking station, and in this video I'm gonna show you what comes in its box. I'm gonna show you its ports up close, and I'm gonna tell you each port, its specifications and what it does, and also I'll be testing it on my MacBook. So let's start first by showing you what comes in its box. So in the box you have the docking station, you have some documentation. This is a power adapter that can deliver up to 230 watts, and this is a USB-C Thunderbolt 5 cable that has a capacity up to 120 gigabits per second, and this is a clip for the cable. I'm gonna show you how to install it. Let me show you the ports and the controls that are on this docking station. So this is the front of it. This is a power on off button. This is a PD 30 watts USB-C Thunderbolt 5 output. It can go up to 80 gigabits per second. This is the host input. It has a maximum output of 140 watts to charge your laptop at the same time when the laptop is connected to the docking station. And these are two USB-A 3.2 ports. They can provide up to 10 gigabits per second speed. This is SD 4.0 port. This is micro SD 4.0. And this is the combo headphones and microphone output. Now, on the back of the Thunderbolt 5 docking station, you have the DC in 20 volt. This is an Ethernet port. It can provide up to 2.5 gigabits per second of speed. So it is an RJ45 output. These are two USB-A 3.2 that can provide up to 10 gigabits per second each. And these two here are USB-C Thunderbolt 5 outputs. They can provide up to 80 gigabits per second, and you can use them for video also, which is also the case of the one that is here. I didn't mention it before. And this is here the lock in case you want to lock it. So let me show you how you connect the host to this Thunderbolt 5 docking station. This is the cable that came with it. Always use the cable that came with it because it is certified Thunderbolt 5 and it can provide the throughput that is required from Thunderbolt 5. After you put it here, you see this that came with the device. You slide it from here like this. And when you slide it in, you need to screw it in. There's a pinhole where it screws in. And this way you cannot accidentally remove the cable anymore. And this is a very good safety feature. This is the front of the docking station, and I've connected everything I want to test now. So these are the speakers connected with a 3.5 millimeter jack, and this is a micro SD card inserted, the dongle for the keyboard and the mouse. This is a USB drive that is very fast. We're going to test the speed of the storage. This is a host connection, and this is a USB cable that I connected, and we'll be testing the power of the charging. And this is the back of the docking station. You have USB-C to HDMI connector for the screen. This is USB-A for the speakers to power them on. And this is the power of the docking station. Now you notice that I connected only one screen now to this docking station because I'm testing the MacBook M1. And the MacBook M1, its chip has a limitation of only one additional screen connected. I'm gonna be later on testing two screens with my Windows PC. The first test I'll be doing is playing a video of mine on the screen that is attached to the computer, and this is a 4K screen, and we're gonna be listening to the sound of the video from the speakers that are also attached to the docking station. So this is a video. I'm gonna drag it to the screen and I'm gonna put it full screen here, and let's play the video.
Hello everyone. In this 1-minute guide, I want to show you a way to save money on software licenses. So I'm gonna show you a way to find an open source or free software
and see how the video is playing flawlessly and the sound is also flawless. The first speed test I'll be doing is copying a 10.6 gigabytes file from the Mac to a USB drive that is connected to the Wavlink Thunderbolt 5 dock station. And this USB drive, as I said before, it is 3.2 and it is very fast. So we'll be timing this test. So let's copy the file now. I'm gonna start the timer. And of course, I'm gonna remove the seconds that were not used to copy to calculate the progress of the copy and the speed also. And don't forget that the USB-A port is limited to 10 gigabits per second, and that the MacBook M1 that I have, its USB-C port is limited to 40 gigabits per second only. And here's the copy finished. And it took 44 seconds to copy a 10.6 gigabytes file. So the speed was approximately 241 megabytes per second. And this is a very good score. Now I connected my powerful PC that runs Windows 11 and has USB 4 port to the Wavlink Thunderbolt 5 docking station. And as you see, I connected also two big 4K screens in addition to the screens that are connected to the PC, and they are working perfectly and the resolution is 4K. The test I'll be doing now is copying the same 10.6 gigabytes file from my PC that has a very fast SSD drive to the SSD drive that I connected also to the Wavlink Thunderbolt 5 docking station, and we're gonna test the speed of the copying. So let's perform the copy and let's start the timer and then drop the file, and of course I'm gonna remove the seconds that were already elapsed on the timer. So it is 5 seconds and the speed is approximately 550 megabytes per second. It's not as optimal as connecting the drive directly to my PC. So it took the file to copy from my PC to the drive that is connected through the Wavlink Thunderbolt docking station 20 seconds to finish. And the speed was approximately 530 megabytes per second. Now I'll be testing the charging power by connecting this power bank to the Wavlink Thunderbolt 5 docking station on the USB-C port that can provide up to 30 watts, and the power bank can take more than 60 watts. So let's put the cable and see the wattage here, and it went up to 30 watts. I'm gonna switch the cable now to the 15 watts port that is in the back to see if it will provide these 15 watts. So see here, it is providing 14 watts, and it's stabilized at 15 watts, so it is accurate. So now let me tell you the weaknesses and the strengths of this docking station, and I'm gonna start with the weaknesses so to finish the video on a positive note. Now the speed of the storage when it is connected directly to this docking station is less than the speed of the storage when it's connected directly to the PC or to your Mac. The second thing is that it is a little bit bulky. Now the strengths are that it is very well built, it is made entirely from metal, which is aluminum, and it doesn't heat up. Also, what I like about it is that it has all the ports you need, and even though the storage wasn't as fast as connecting it directly to your PC, it is still very fast in the standards of a docking station. And also everything in it works flawlessly and it doesn't need any driver to work. And it is future-proof because it is Thunderbolt 5. If you want to check it out, I'm going to leave an affiliate link in the description. If you make a purchase using my link, I'll gain a small percentage at no cost to you, and this will support my channel. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. I want to thank you all for watching. I'm Eloy from Knowledge Sharing Tech. See you in the next video.